D.C.
Hey, Brian, so just to catch everybody up on where this case stood, this is the consolidated case that the Court of International Trade had back in the spring, found that most of these tariffs imposed for national security reasons or for reasons of international economic emergency, I should say, to be more specific, were not legal. This is the first round of appeals. This case is upholding that ruling. They're saying that they agree with the initial court. This is the appeals court saying they agree with the Court of International Trade that because this statute does not say that this is an international emergency, that because of this international emergency, he should be allowed to impose tariffs via executive order. That's why they're upholding the ruling. Now, a couple crucial points on where we go from here, Brian. One is that this will all but certainly go to the Supreme Court. So we know that will be the next step. We knew this court was listening to this on an expedited basis so that it could get to the Supreme Court even faster, potentially get a ruling sometime in the spring or summer. What we don't know right now that is crucial is what happens to the tariffs in the meantime. Again, this is the vast majority of all of the tariffs the president has imposed so far were imposed under this IEEPA statute. So now the appeals court agreeing he doesn't have the authority to use it in that way. But this court appears to be sending the decision on whether a universal injunction should go in place to stop the government from collecting the tariffs. They appear to be sending that back to the Court of International Trade to decide. So based on my initial read of this ruling, and again, it's quite long, we're still going through it, it seems like the status of the tariffs at the moment is still in limbo. Just one other thing I would flag, Brian, is just earlier today, administration officials had filed a brief in this case to argue that they needed to keep collecting the tariffs, that otherwise it would put them on sort of shaky diplomatic ground. They would be losing out on important revenue, a number of arguments laid out by different administration officials. So they very much want to keep these tariffs in place while we wait for the Supreme Court to hear the case. That's what we just don't know yet, Brian.
Yeah.